imagine how great of a coach she would be.
Yes. Either a coach or a broadcaster. She'd be perfect at either one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a coach, absolutely. She'd be, oh my gosh, would she not get a head coaching job like that?
Oh, she definitely would.
Yes.
Definitely.
If not a front office role with the Mercury, I'm sure the Mercury would want to keep her in some capacity.
As an advisor or something of that nature. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
I'm sure that would be amazing and phenomenal.
Yes. Finish her career with the Mercury and continue the second phase of her career with the Mercury.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So her career is not over yet. So we'll still have, at least 2 years from Diana Taurasi here in the Valley of the Sun. So we'll see what happens from there. And I'm excited to see her for 2 more years. And hopefully we can bring a fourth. She can bring a fourth, maybe end a fifth. Yes, championship to the Valley. That would be so phenomenal.
With the lady she has,
I know we could use it.
Oh, yes. With the lady she has, Skylar Diggins-Smith and Bria Hartley and Alana Smith and Brianna Turner, just up and down this roster. Oh, my gosh. BG in the low post. Why couldn't they contend for championships in her last 2 years?
Exactly. Doable.
Yeah.
Totally doable. So talking about, just want to mention, I know we talked a little NBA, but talking about players and coaching, I just want to bring it up and shout out to Steve Nash and how great the Nets have been recently, the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
So they're hot.
They're playing. Outside of the loss to the Wizards the other night, that awful loss that they suffered against Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal and the Wizards, they have been playing very well. Yes. And we knew they'd get it together, Joe. It just takes time for those for KD and Kyrie Irving and James Harden and everybody else in that roster to come together and get to know each other, because they're all different personalities. They're all, from an athletic standpoint, they're all at different levels in their careers, and it takes time for this to come together. It just doesn't happen like that. You snap your fingers and the Brooklyn Nets are championship contenders. It takes work. That's why you play 72 games during a season, Joanna, to do this.
Exactly. And, they went on a winning streak too. So that's the thing. Yes. So they got it together. They're playing phenomenal. Come on. They went 147 to 125 against the Thunder 4 days ago.
Yes.
What type of score is that in a basketball game, Ed? They're, hitting 120s. It's they just have something there very, very special, and been able to catch some of their games, and they've got something.
Oh yeah, and on Tuesday night, Joe, everybody talked about this. This could be an NBA Finals preview. The Clippers came to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn got that win. Kyrie had 39 that night. James Harden had 23. Kevin Durant had 28. Joe Harris had 13. So the big three and other contributions got that victory over a really good Los Angeles Clippers team. So that's a huge victory for Brooklyn, as they are – what is their record right now? Bring up the standings. Let's bring up the standings real quick. Brooklyn is 14-9 right now. They are 2 games behind the Sixers in the Eastern Conference. They're playing really well. Really,
really good. So I'm excited to see those two, Sixers and Nets.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Joel Embiid is on. He's on one this year. He's at another level as far as where he is with his basketball abilities. And we knew that Doc Rivers would bring that out in him. We knew that as soon as Doc Rivers was named the head coach of the Sixers, I'm like, okay, Embiid's going to be good. Ben Simmons is going to be good. He's going to take that team to higher heights just because he's an outstanding basketball coach.
No, definitely. But still so much basketball left to play.
Yes. Right? A lot of basketball.
Very, very, all very exciting. And
50 games or more left.
Yes. And we're coming to a close here, but I just want to see how excited and phenomenal this is for the Super Bowl. And I forgot to bring it up and mention it when we had Ed Smith on the call earlier. But did you know, Ed, that we're going to have our first woman referee a Super Bowl?
Yes. That's awesome.
That is amazing. Women making strides.
Yes. Yes.
Long time coming. I'm very, very excited for that.
It shouldn't have taken this long, but it's here. And now we can continue to build upon this as the ladies continue their charge up the ranks.
Definitely. We just also heard news of a woman coach as well.
Yeah, with the Washington football team, the first Black female full-time coach with the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So that is amazing, phenomenal. So just thought I would bring that up, shout out, and I'm very, very excited to see that moment in history in sports.
And also give a shout out to the Washington football team. They're the first team to have a Black general manager and a Black team president. The first team ever to do that.
Wow.
They just hired Martin Mayhew as their general manager, and they've already had a Black team president.
That is phenomenal.
Jason Wright is their team president. So it's great. We're making strides. We've got our first Black and Asian American female vice president and Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. So we're making moves, Joe. Things are turning for the better.
Very, very exciting to see all of these changes in football and basketball, just across sports, women taking, on these type of roles and transcending.
Yes. Like you with your own business, you're the CEO of this company. You host your own show. You are the embodiment of this as well. The fact that you decided to take this journey yourself and create this company, that speaks volumes. You talk about volumes on Diana Taurasi. That speaks volumes about you, Joanna, that you built this company and took it to where it is and where we know it's going to go. It's going to skyrocket real soon. We know that. And I'm proud of you for doing that.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush and cry a little.
It's true.
Happy tears. Well, thank you, Ed. That's so very nice and kind and wonderful of you. I have no words.
It's all true. It's all true. You ready to wrap? You ready to wrap this puppy up? We've been at 2 hours. We've been 2 hours.
Yes, we are at 2 hours. So much that we talked about. We went on a rant. So we deviated a little and got back on the road. But yes, definitely always great to come on and talk some sports and bring you some awesome stuff with my wonderful co-host, Ed Cole. We had our wonderful guest, Ed Smith, and PLR as well. So can't thank them both enough for jumping on and join us and talk some Super Bowl. Thank you, Ed, of course, as always, a wonderful, amazing co-host. Couldn't ask for anyone better.
You're welcome.
So with this, we'll go ahead and wrap up our show. Let everyone know where our listeners can go ahead and find you, Ed.
Yes, ma'am. Right here on Inside Sports Talk on PLR's show, The Sports Cave, on Mondays and Thursdays. You coaxed my Super Bowl pick out of me for Wednesday night, so I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow afternoon on Paul's show. But on Twitter at EdCole43 and Instagram at EdwardCole301.
All right. Awesome. Yes, and I am not sorry for that. So thank you.
You were right to ask. You were right to ask about it.
Of course. Come on, you can't hold out on me.
See, folks, what the CEO asks for, that's what she gets. You
can go ahead and find me, Johanna-Rosalye, on both Instagram and Twitter at JROSALYE. And you can find Insight Sports Talk on Instagram at Insight Sports Net and Twitter at Insight Sports with an extra S at the end. Follow us, download our podcast from wherever it is you listen to podcasts. Really come and listen to us here on KSRN each and every week with a new show, 2-hour show starting at 6 p.m. Thank you, everyone, once again for listening to us. Have a good night. Have a great week. Until next week. Thank you very much.